Hello everyone, my name is Pranoti Vakurkar. I am currently in my fourth year studying computer engineering from Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering for Women. Today I am here to give a demo on my project that is hand gesture based media player. So here I'll perform some operations like play, pause, volume up and down and forward move. So these are some features that I have added in my project. So I will explain how we can operate a media player with the help of the hand gesture without pressing any key. So before showing my code, I'll demonstrate my project and then I'll explain the code. So let's get started. Wait. I'll execute. I'm using Spider IDE and I'll execute my code. So as you can see, there's three screen on my window. So this is the break screen, that is the result window. So here I have divide my entire window into two half. So this portion. So two halves. If you want to detect your hand, so you just put your hand in the first half of the screen and detect it with the help of track bars. Now I'll adjust the values. I'll adjust the values. Yeah. So I'll explain this color adjustment window in the code explanation. So basically, if I'll put my hand gesture like this, it will play or pause the video. If I'll show like 4 fingers, it will decrease the volume. If I show the 3 fingers, it will increase the value and volume and so on. So I'll play an video and I'll demonstrate and I'll show you how it works. So my video is in pause, and if I'll put like this, yeah, it's in play, and if I'll put like this, it's decreasing the volume, and if I show like this, it's increasing the volume, and yeah, and it's forwarding the video, as you can see, yeah. So in the same way, I'll show you once again, and it's increasing the volume. Increasing the volume. Play, pause. Yeah. So I think you got the concept now. And before explaining code, I just want to uh, tell one thing. It's as you can see the red line on the side of my hands. The uh, it is called contours, and the green colored line is called as the convex hull. So yeah,
Be a
let's.
child enough well to
So I'll explain the code. Okay, I'll stop the video and stop the execution. Yeah. So coming to the code, here I have divided my whole project into into 9 steps. So basically, the first and very important step is to import the libraries and capture the camera. So here I have imported all the needed libraries. I have used OpenCV library, NumPy, Time, and this PyAuto GUI. So the basically PyAuto GUI is used to control the keyboard through my gestures and press those keys automatically. So that's the main use of PyAuto GUI. And the next line, this is uh, used to capture the camera of my laptop. So I passed 0 here as here that means I'm using my primary camera, right? So for that I'm passing 0 here. If you want to access any external web camera, so simply pass 1 here. Then the next is so here I have created the track bars as I have shown on my track bar collection on another window named color adjustment, and as I have shown you while demonstrations, I have created a window named it as a color adjustment, and this will always call an empty function if you will not show any gesture and call the empty function name nothing, this function. So if I will not use any track bars at that time, it will call this empty function basically. And so here I have created track bars and passed the range and fixed it on the color adjustment window. Yeah, and it's optional part. You can skip it too, but then you have to pass the color values manually. So it's better to use this approach. Then in step 2, so in step 2, here I am converting the frames into HSV. So yeah, so using this syntax I am converting the frame into HSV, and before that I haven't explained the while loop part. So in while loop, this crop image and the rectangle is used to divide my result window into two parts. So this crop image, it's basically my blue box that I have shown you while demonstration, and yeah, so that's all about while loop. And coming and here so when I'll put my hand in the blue box, it will start getting the track bar values, and we will store it in the lower and upper bound in step 3. Coming to step 4, then step 4 is to create the mask on the basis of color and filter the actual color, right? So that's the main working of step 4. So here I am using in range function where I have passed HSV image part, lower bound and upper bound. So this will return a pixel values of HSV image whose range is in between the lower and upper bound, and then we will filter it with the help of bitwise and yeah. So in step 5 we will invert the pixel values and then enhance the result for the better output. So here I have used one more variable mask 1. So here I am inverting the pixel values as it is required. So as afterwards we want to find the contours and the convexity defects. So the best approach to find the contour defect is to have background in black color, and the things we are going to detect must be in white color. So in this step, whatever the previous mask output is, pass to the bitwise NOT, and so it will convert the black to white and white to black. So our background will be in black color and the foreground will be in white color. So this will help to detect my contours more clearly. And then next is MG. So it's basically track bars, and This dilate is used to remove the noise, if any. Yeah. Then in step 6, I'm going to find contours for a specific color object. So on the basis of masking, threshold and object we have detected, using track bars we find the contours. Now using contour, we will find the convexity hull and the convexity defect. Then we will bind it with the hand gesture and we will control the media player. So yeah, the next is step 7. So in step 7, here I enclosed the logic in try block because here I am going to find contours with the maximum area. So if in case my contours become 0, if in case my contours become 0, it will not able to find the area of any contours, right? So there are the chances of rising errors. So to avoid this, try is used. Here this polydip is used to handle the distortions. I have shown while demonstration the line that came in red on the side of my hand called contours, and the green colored box was covering that red one. It's called the convex hull. So to draw the red and green uh, colored line, I have written these two lines. These are these two lines. Yeah. Then in step 8, here I have mentioned which gesture will perform what activities. In this step, we will find the convexity defect on the basis of convex hull. So the defect is nothing but the distortion in the finger, right? So we will store all the convexity defect in the defect list. This one, yeah. So on the basis of it, I have find start and fire point. Yeah, and then with the help of cosine rule, I have find angles. These are the angles A, B, and C. Now, if the angle is less than or equal to 50, then it will show the defect in the form of white dots. So now, I'll bind the gesture with every defect and a key. So so the last step is to print the number of fingers. So coming to step 9. Uh, so here I am using VLC media player. So here I have already bind the keys with keyboard keys with its functionalities. Like if I press space, it will play or pause the video. If I press up key, it will increase the volume. If I press down key, it will decrease the volume, and so on. So in this step, if my count defect is 0, it will not perform any operation, but after showing my hand, the count defect will be 1, and it will press space key to play or pause the video. So here PY Auto GUI is used to praise the key on the basis of hand gestures. So then if my count effect is 2, it will press up and it will perform volume up operation. If my count effect is 3, it will press down key and it will perform volume down operation, and if my count effect is 4, and it will press right key and perform forward operation. So yeah, that's all about the working of my project. And the last part is step 10. I have just shown the windows of frame, and this line is used. So if I press escape button, that is key is 27. So if I press escape button, it will stop the execution of my program. It will terminate the windows after pressing the escape key. And yeah, so it's all about my project. Thank you for listening and hope you like the project. Yeah, thank you.